minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we would ask that everyone please rise and remove any headgear for the playing of our national anthem by the Sylvan Hills High School Marching Bear Band. This will be followed by the Sylvan Hills High School Alma Mater.
next week. Down south. That'll be fun. In fact, I know so. If there's any issues, I'll run back up here. That's the land speed record. So.
You know, if there's anything, tell us how to fix that. It's a low guy here. If not, fine.
Have you tried plugging it in?
Captains for tonight's game for Mountain Home, number 11, Patterson, along with number 52, Jaden Lake. Captains for Sylvan Hills, number 18, Matthew Spencer, along with number 60, Blake Carter. Mountain Home has won the toss and elected to defer to the second half. Start the game, the Bears will be receiving, and they will be defending the east goal.
I'm feeling like a beast, someone let me out. I'm feeling like I'm free, someone let me out. Feeling just like me and someone let you out the gym on your feet.
for the Bears is number 4, TJ Jasper, along with number 23, Marquez.
Ray home uniforms, blue pants, and the white numerals, and those are very tough numerals to read. We're going to struggle with that tonight, aren't we, Tobias?
We are. We're going to ask in advance for some a little grace because it's going to be tough to see tonight, folks.
Jack Shaner has the ball teed up at the 40, ready to get this one underway. The opening kickoff brought to you by Our Best Bank, making it easy to manage your accounts on the go wherever you are with their smartphone mobile app. And we are ready to get this one started back deep for the Bears. Marquez Gooden, TJ Jasper, and it's a short kick taken at about the 25-yard line. The return coming to the near sideline, out across the 35, out across the 40. With the return that time was Jonathan Goins, one of the upbacks.
Brad, I'm excited tonight. It's playoff night, and what you can tell is just the difference in energy on the sidelines tonight versus just a typical Friday night. You know, I don't know what it is, but it does not look like Sylvan Hills is quite as fired up as Mountain Home is tonight. I think Mountain Home's ready to go. I think it's going to be a good night for us.
Let's hope so. The winner gets to go to Greenwood next Friday night. The Bombers would love to have another shot at the Bulldogs. The Bears will start from their own 43-yard line with this double slot formation. Motion goes to the top side. The handoff to the running back, and it's going to be Bosnick who goes straight ahead, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards out to the 47-yard line.
No surprise tonight with the run offense of Sylvan Hills. Mountain Home is stacking the box, so we have 5 down linemen that time, putting on the, trying to get some penetration there. So it's going to be a tough night up front for the big boys.
This Bears offense did not attempt a pass last week. And again, it's Bosnick straight ahead. He's across midfield to the 49, and he'll be stopped there, a pickup of about 4 more on second down. This is a Sylvan Hills team that started their season with a loss to Maumelle. Then they reeled off 6 wins in a row before losing back-to-back games to El Dorado and Jonesboro. And then they beat Searcy last week. 3rd and 2 coming up for Sylvan Hills. Operating right to left here in this opening quarter. 10:50 left in the first period. 3rd down for this Bomber offense. 8 men in the box for Mountain Home. Here's the toss sweep going to the right side, and it's going to be a first down for the Bears. This is TJ Jasper. He's inside the Mountain Home 40, down to about the 38-yard line, and the Bears will move the chains.
Quick little toss there on the outside. That guy's got some speed. You're going to have to wrap up on him. You're not going to be able to tackle him with just an arm tonight.
One of those slot backs, and they get them involved a lot. It was an 11-yard gain to the 38. 10:22 left in the opening quarter. Sylvan Hills with the initial possession of the ball game. Gavin Tyner, the quarterback, doesn't throw much. He can run, though. Here's the handoff to Bosnick once again. He's going to pick up a couple of yards down to about the 36-yard line.
It's going to be a big test tonight for our defensive line. This flex bone definitely causes some havoc, and it's really difficult to read. You know, as that quarterback takes that snap and turns his back, it becomes really hard to find that football. So defensive line's going to have to really play heads up tonight.
They set a man in motion. Now they'll back him up, and the Bears will look to the sideline as they change the play now. Chris Hill in his 2nd season as head coach of Sylvan Hills. Spent 3 years prior to that as the offensive coordinator at Harding University. And the ball's on the ground, and the Bombers have the football. Coughed up by the quarterback, Gavin Tyner. The Bombers fall on it, and the Bears with a nice opening drive. It's going to end at the Mountain Home 25-yard line with the fumble.
Tristan Hayes found a little present there on the turf, Brad, coming up with a fumble there. What a play there, and what a hit by the defense. Looks like Brody Patterson making the hit there. Good job by your senior leader.
First turnover of the ball game is by the Bears. So Mountain Home will get the ball at their own 25-yard line. Handoff to the near side is Lindsey. Lindsey moving the pile, and he is going to be near a first down. He'll come up a yard shy at the 34. And a gain of 9 on first down.
Bombers giving a little dose of their own medicine there on the run game.
Mountain Home quickly to the line of scrimmage now as they hustle up. And it's going to be Lindsey once again. First down run across the 35. Bangs his way out to the 38 with a pickup of 4. Well, you alluded to this right off the bat, Tobias, when they came out of the field. You can see Mountain Home playing with much more energy than Sylvan Hills right now.
Absolutely. They were jumping around, fired up, ready to go, and Sylvan Hills just kind of tiptoed out here. So you can definitely see it already in the play.
Bombers with 2 receivers on the right side. Lindsey gets his number called again. He's got a big run up the right sideline. First down into Sylvan Hills territory. Knocked out of bounds at the Bears' 39-yard line. A 23-yard gain.
Gage Lindsey hadn't missed a lick, boy. He just picked right up where he left off. He just does such a great job running that football.
32 carries last week, and he's already got the first 3 touches tonight. And now the first 4. They call his number again, going left side, cuts it back to the middle. He's moving the pile inside the 35, near the 34, a gain of 5 on first down.
Love to see the offensive line here, Brad. They're really doing a great job of moving out the defense and getting positive yards, really helping Gage out tonight.
Bombers will huddle for the first time. They've gone non-huddle after the first 3 plays. They'll huddle here. Motion to the top side of the field now. Barnett will give it again to Lindsey. Lindsey to the second level, pulled down from behind. It was Jonathan Goins making the tackle. Lindsey is inside the 30, inside the 25, down to the 24, and another first down.
There's nothing bigger than the heart you'll find in your senior players in a playoff game. You got to remember, Brad, if they lose, they go to the house. So these guys are playing with every bit of intensity they got left in the bucket.
They are looking good here in this opening drive. Marching right down the field. It's going to be kept by Barnett on the read option this time, and Brady's going to go right side. There's not a whole lot there. He may get a yard to the 23, it looks like. Our vantage point from the press box, not as good as usual. It's a low press box. Usually you want to be up higher so you can see the field better, but a little lower tonight, so it's kind of tough to see where they're spotting this football.
Yes, it is.
It's going to be second down and 9 here for the Bombers at the 23. And Barnett keeps it again, starts left, cuts it back to the middle, and there's not a whole lot there. They'll give him a yard on the play to the 22.
Second play there the quarterback ran, it looks like they really got some kind of spire. They're really just trying to indicate on the quarterback because when Gage gets it, he's got room to run, but for whatever reason, when Brady has it, there's just nowhere to go. They're keying on him.
So 3rd and 8 here for this Mountain Home offense. The drive started back at the 25 after the turnover by Sylvan Hills. Can the Bombers keep the drive alive here? 3rd and 8. Barnett will give it right side to Lindsey, and he's going to be hit and stacked up, and there's nothing there. In fact, he's going to lose a yard or 2. So 4th down coming up for this Mountain Home offense. They're going to mark him all the way back to the 25 with a loss of 3. So 4th and 9 here for Mountain Home. Barnett looking to the sideline. They'll signal the play in now. 6:02 left in the opening quarter. We are scoreless from Sylvan Hills. Barnett looking to pass for the first time. Right side has a man, is complete. I believe it's Mojica on the near sideline. He's got a first down. Now check it. That was Jet Hannaford with the catch that time. Hannaford makes the catch, his 7th catch of the season. And he's down to the 11-yard line with a first down, a 14-yard pickup. 1st and 10 from the 11. And the handoff is to Lindsey, right side, running over a couple of defenders, fighting for the end zone, and he's out of bounds inside the 5.
Sylvan Hills has a man down there, just right on the corner of the end zone.
So they will tend to him. We'll take a quick break. It's scoreless from Sherwood. You're listening to Bomber Football on Classic Hits 101.7.
All right, Brad.
All right.
White River Materials has earned a reputation for producing industry-leading, high-quality results. They have the experience and equipment to perform each project quickly, safely, and cost-efficiently. Privately owned and operated, White River Materials prides themselves in quality work with the customer's best interest in mind. If you need limestone or concrete products or someone to do the job correctly the first time, give White River Materials a call today at 425-3431 or 425-4510.
Nose guard for Sylvan Hills. They're helping him off the field, and the Bombers getting ready to face a second down and about 4 here from the 5-yard line.
Tell you what, Gage Lindsay did a good job there on that play. Just he laid tracks over 2 Sylvan Hills players, man. He just ran right over them. That's what you want to see there.
He is running hard, and I tell you what, this offense looking very good on this initial drive of the night for the Mountain Home offense. The Bears put together a nice drive, started at their own 43 and got to the 36, then fumbled the ball away, and the Bombers trying to convert that turnover into points. We'll see if they can keep it going here. 2nd and 4 for Mountain Home from the 5-yard line of Sylvan Hills. Drury goes in motion. Barnett, right side, is going to keep it himself, following the blockers, and he is in. Touchdown, Mountain Home. The Bombers will strike first on the road.
Like you said, Drury went in motion there and actually helped block there. What a great job there by the offense, moving the football, getting points on this first drive.
Brady Barnett from 5 yards out, and Mountain Home will get on the scoreboard first with 5:29 left here in this opening quarter. Shaner the extra point, and it is good. 5:29 left opening quarter, 7-0 Mountain Home. You're listening to Bomber Football on Classic Hits 101.7.
Are you building a new house, not sure where the property lines are? Strider Consulting can help. They're a civil engineering and land surveying firm located at 1029 Highway 201 north of Mountain Home. With over 23 years in the business, Strider Consulting has the experience and expertise to bring your project to life. Visit strider.consulting to see their full list of services and request your quote today. Strider Consulting is a proud supporter of Mountain Home Bombers athletics. Strider Consulting, engineering our future.
Kicking off for the Bombers will be number 86, Jack Shaner. Back deep for the Bears, number 4, TJ Jasper, along with number 23, Marquez Gooden.
A penalty flag. Mountain Home
There is a doily in the dirt.
is going to be called for being offsides on the kickoff, so we'll back up 5 yards and do it again.
Special teams just trying to get a jump there on it. Just got a little excited. Got a little in front of the kickoff. That happens whenever you're excited and ready to go like the Bombers are tonight.
Well, a great start. The defense able to come up with the turnover. Offense able to take that and convert it into points, and the Bombers have the early 7-0 lead here at Sylvan Hills. So Shaner backs up 5 yards, and he will kick off again. That pooch-style kick, and it's going to go out of bounds.
There is a bandana in the Bermuda.
PA guy here is famous for what he says when there's a flag thrown. He's got, we saw his charts earlier, he's got about 80 different sayings he uses.
Well, here's some great ones tonight. The bandana on the Bermuda, if you missed it.
So the Bears will start this drive from, should be the 40, I believe, because we were back to 5 yards with a penalty. Usually it's the 35, but they'll start at the 40 after the kickoff goes out of bounds. Now the officials are still talking about this. Still haven't put the ball down. Now they'll spot it at the 40, and that's where Sylvan Hills will start this drive. The winner gets to go to Greenwood next week to take on the Bulldogs, and they have got healthy. And boy, that was evident last week when they beat Lake Hamilton. It's not the fact they won that was so surprising. It was the margin of victory, 35-0. That was impressive. Here's a pass play by Sylvan Hills. They've got a man wide open, and it's complete down to the Mountain Home 26-yard line. The catch is going to be made by Jonathan Goins, and he was well behind the defenders, so that pass is better thrown. He scores.
You know what? That shocked everyone in the stadium, I think, Brad. And thank goodness Brody Patterson was on his heels and got back there and was able to make a tackle because, you know, like they didn't throw once last week, so I don't think we were expecting it.
A 34-yard pass play down to the Mountain Home 26-yard line. So Tyner, 1 for 1 through the air. And we've got a flag, whistles, and I believe there's some movement that's going to be against Sylvan Hills. That'll back them up 5 yards.
The towel on the Tundra just keeps getting better.
He's got some good ones.
He does.
So 1st and 15 now for the Bears back at the 31-yard line. Bombers with a 7-0 lead early on here at Sylvan Hills. Tyner on the toss sweep once again to Jasper. Boy, he's got speed. He gets to the corner, stays in bounds, fighting up the right sideline. Finally knocked out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal coming up for the Bears.
I think he can move laterally as quick as he can going forward. That's unbelievable. His size, quickness, side to side is just unbelievable.
The 7-yard line is where they mark it, so a 24-yard pickup. They've had gains of 34 and 24 on this drive. 1st and goal now for the Bears. Handoff is Bosnick inside, and he's going to pick up about 2.5, maybe 3 yards on the play. I'll mark him at about the 4 with a 3-yard gain. So 2nd and goal now from the 4. Jasper in motion again. They'll give it to Bosnick straight ahead. He dives in. He's in for the touchdown. 4-play, 60-yard drive. That was quick.
It was.
So Bosnick with the 4-yard touchdown run. Stout, who rushed for 162 yards last week, hasn't been on the field yet. It's been Bosnick, the senior, that's been in there, and he gets the touchdown. Brian Gonzalez, one of 2 kickers they have, will attempt the extra point now. And we've got whistles.
There is a foul on the terra firma.
This is going to be a dead ball, false start against the Bears. So Gonzalez will have an extra 5 yards on the extra point.
And the extra point try will be from the 8.
2 penalties against Sylvan Hills here in the first quarter. So Gonzalez now with a 25-yard extra point attempt. The kick is up plenty long enough, and it's good. 4:13 left of the first quarter. We're knotted at 7. You're listening to Bomber Football on Classic Hits 101.7.
Brian Gonzalez is good.
United Country Real Estate of Mountain Home is the largest seller of rural real estate in the United States. With United Country, you'll find trust and integrity, integral parts of their high standards. As a seller, you'll benefit from United Country's unique and proven marketing system. You owe it to yourself to call the #1 team in the nation today at 425-3820. United Country Real Estate, proud supporters of our Mountain Home Bombers.
Kicking off for the Bears will be number 49, Marco Polito. Back deep for the Bombers is number 11, Brody Patterson. Along number 19, Tony Fox.
In the opening quarter, we're knotted at 7. Gonzalez with the ball teed up, ready. Here's the kickoff, and this is going to be taken on the far sideline by Patterson from about the 16-yard line. Up the left sideline, runs into one of his own blockers. Nice return near the 40. They'll mark him at about the 39. And the Bombers with good field position to start their second drive of the night.
Yeah, great starting field position there, and you want the offense to come right in and pick right up where they left off there on the last drive. Saw some great plays, great movement, great running by Gage Lindsey.
39-yard line.
Bombers put together an 11-play, 75-yard drive with their last possession. We're knotted at 7. 4:07 left first quarter. Drury goes in motion. Handoff coming to where the motion went from to Lindsey, and he's going backwards. Now he's going to turn it upfield, and he's going to lose a couple of yards on the play. The Bears are ready for that one. They're going to spot him about the 38, a loss of just over a yard on the play.
We pulled our guard and tackle there, try to get out in front of him, get a couple guys out in front to block. They just were able to get too much penetration and blow it up.
Bears playing a 4-man, actually only 3 down linemen. They walk 2 outside linebackers up. Back to pass is Barnett. They set up the screen to Lindsey. Makes the one-handed grab, but a nice open field tackle at the 39. Now they'll mark him at the 40, so a gain of about 2 on the play.
Good punch and release right there by the offensive line. If he would have been able to just high step that foot tackle, he would have got some very positive yards. He had 3 or 4 blockers out in front of him.
I like the call right there because the Bears are becoming so aggressive, bringing the pressure against the run, and you set up that screen.
Yep.
It was just a step away from being a big play. So now you're looking at 3rd and 9. And Barnett back to pass. Near sideline is caught by Dylan Drury. He's short of the line to gain, though. It's going to bring up 4th and about 2 at the 47.
Drury just goes up high, and a little bit of a high pass, just goes up and gets it, and just unfortunately a defender right there just to pull him out of bounds.
His 18th catch of the season. 4th and 2 for Mountain Home. The offense is out there. They're going to go for it. 4 receivers set. And now a timeout's going to be called. We'll see what Mountain Home wants to do. 2:52 left. Opening quarter, we're tied at 7. You're listening to Bomber Football on Classic Hits 101.7.
We don't expect you to call a banker to fix your leaky faucet, just like no one expects you to be an expert in the home buying or selling process. That's why you have a realtor. When you hire a professional realtor like me, Kim Conan with Southern Breeze Real Estate, I work for you to ensure you are appropriately priced, correctly marketed, and get your home sold in a timely manner, allowing you to focus your energy on what you're best at. Kim Conan, Southern Breeze Real Estate, 425-8868.
At FMBC, we are committed to our customers and being an active member in the communities we serve. With 11 convenient locations across North Central and Northeast Arkansas, we invite you to stop by and pull up a chair with one of our community bankers to see how FMBC can serve you. We offer products like Cobalt Checking with ID Protect, and our online and mobile banking allow you to manage your accounts right in the palm of your hand. FMBC is here to build a lasting relationship with you. You and FMBC, better together. Go Bombers!
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Additional terms and conditions may apply.
And come on the field. So Barnett in punt formation. It's 4th and 2. The snap is back and the kick is away. They do punt. High wobbly kick, and it's going to be touched by the Bombers at about the 10-yard line. He gets into the end zone and
yeah, but when it touches the players and not down there?
Yes, it's got to be down, doesn't it? At about the 10-yard lines where it touched the defender downfield. That was Patterson.
Yeah, it looked like Patterson had the smarts to know that he didn't have to, kind of save it from the end zone.
Yes.
Good heads-up play by the senior there.
Looks like the 11 is where they're going to finally put the football down.
Great punt.
It was a good punt. It was. So the Bears offense will come out. Now then they're moving the ball. Where are they going to put this down? They bring it out to the 20. So it is ruled a touchback.
Oh.
Be interesting to know how that ruling.
They must not carry that rule book around in their pocket.
So they'll start from the 20. The Bears will. Jasper in motion. The toss sweep to him. Up the right sideline. Hurdles the defender at about the 25. And that's about where he's going to wind up, is about the 25.
Patterson over there making the tackle again. Guy's all over the field tonight.
He is. The mark his knee down at the 24, so a 4-yard pickup on first down. 2:17 left in the opening quarter. We're knotted at 7. The Bears with their third possession. Straight ahead, and this is Bosnick, the senior. He's going to be across the 30. That's going to be enough to move the chains. I'll mark the ball at the 32 with an 8-yard pickup.
Lockhart does a good job making the tackle there.
First down, Sylvan Hills, just under 2 minutes left here in the opening quarter. Well, they bring the motion to the near side this time, and a nice open field tackle. There's a flag at the end of the play as well. 2 flags now as Mojica makes the tackle this time. It was Okafor on the carry. The first flag was right at the tackle. Let's see what they got here. It's going to be a hold against Sylvan Hills. So it was about a 7-8 yard gain, so they're going to take the penalty, the Bombers will. That's going to move the ball back to the 27-yard line.
Defense getting a little much-needed help there.
Sylvan Hills penalized 3 times for 20 yards here in this opening quarter. St. Pinka, one of 3 Bombers still out tonight with one of 4 Bombers out tonight. He usually started in that nose guard position. Alex Pizzamenti in there for Mountain Home at that nose guard spot right now. He and Ellenball, Abel, Goodson all playing up front. Carry out to the 33-yard line, a pickup of about 6. So second down here for the Bears. 59 seconds left here in this opening quarter. We're knotted up at 7. Now flag as we've got movement up front, and Sylvan Hills is going to be backed up 5 yards again. This will move the ball back to the 28 with the false start penalty.
You talked about Alex being in there, having to play both ways tonight due to the injury of Tate Pinka. Looks like he's doing a pretty good job tonight, though, really helping stop things up front. Definitely getting some penetration there, so excited to see that senior tonight doing some good things up front.
We've got timeout now, the officials' time. And he is going to take one of the players. That's Bosnick, the running back. He's going to bring him out.
Probably blood, I would assume.
I would think so. So Stout will come into the backfield now for the Bears. 50 seconds left here in this opening quarter. We're knotted up at 7. The toss sweep. This is Okafor once again coming to the near sideline. Has some blockers. Has a first down across the 40. Finally knocked out of bounds at the 48-yard line with a 20-yard carry. They do a good job blocking downfield, Tobias.
Well, they do. They do. And that pitch is so far out, you know, as you're trying to pursue, you know, these guys are just going to have to figure out you got to take a little better angles to be able to get to these guys because they have so much momentum and so much room on the outside. They're already a step or 2 in front of you, so defense will figure it out.
38 seconds left in the opening quarter. Fresh set of downs here for Sylvan Hills, their 5th first down of the night. Motion right side. The quarterback Tyner's going to keep it, and he's going to be hit at about the 50, and he's going to be stacked up there, a 2-yard gain.
Good job by the defensive line there, making sure he had nowhere to go.
19 seconds left in the quarter. Sylvan Hills may get one more snap here before the quarter ends. We'll see if they want to. Looks like they're going to be content to let the quarter run out.
We kind of figured they'd try to chew up all the clock and be able to control the game as best they could tonight, so no surprise here.
At the end of one, we're tied at 7. You're listening to Bomber Football. It's 101.7.
Four excellent reasons to choose Knox Orthopedics in Mountain Home are Doctors Knox, Rawls, McConnell, and Franklin. They're trained and highly experienced in handling a full range of traumatic or chronic bone and joint conditions. Using on-site X-ray, MRI, and physical therapy, each physician oversees your individual treatment plan. Rediscover the joy of life, pain-free and productive. Appointments available at 5 area locations, number 3 Medical Plaza in Mountain Home, plus clinics in Harrison, West Plains, Melbourne, and Ashflat. Visit knoxorthopedics.com for information.
They don't just sell products, they provide solutions. River City Flooring has the largest selection of flooring of all types: luxury vinyl, waterproof, carpet, tile, laminate, and more. Don't just stop at the floor, get the kitchen or bath of your dreams with River City Flooring. There's no better time than now with easy pick payment plans, 12, 24, or 36 months with no interest. River City Flooring, proud to sponsor the Mountain Home Bombers, Highway 62 East, where quality matters and their number one priority is you. Go Bombers!
Field. I think they're the best downfield blocking team we've seen this year.
Yeah, seem to be well coached up front.
3rd down and 5 for the Bears. And we've got whistles and a flag, and we're going to get another false start against Sylvan Hills. That's their 4th false start of the game. That's going to move it back to the 48. So 3rd and about 10 here for Sylvan Hills. It's a long 10.
Even if they hadn't thrown a flag there, defense had them stacked up and was driving them back. So happy to see the defense there doing a great job tonight.
Playing well.
This crowd is in it, Brad.
Yeah, boy, a lot of Mountain Home fans made the trip down tonight. Good to see that support this far away. A lot of folks from Mountain Home. They're making some noise. 3rd down. Tyner keeps it on the read option. He's buried in the backfield by Robert Dover. A big loss on the play, a loss of 5.
Woo, man, Robert Dover came through that line like a shot out of a cannon, boy. I tell you what, he just tore him up. That was a shot, was it not?
It was. That was impressive. So a loss of 5. It's 4th and 15 for the Bears. And they will be forced to punt. Big play by Dover, the sophomore. Alex Davis into punt for the Bears. Drury back deep for Mountain Home. Big play by the defense. The punt is away. Short kick's going to bounce at the 37 of Mountain Home and go out of bounds at about the 33. So the Bombers will have pretty decent field position. That is a 24-yard punt.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of shanked it there. I mean, that's great field position for the Bombers to start out. And, offense has done a good job moving the ball so far tonight, so what a great place to start.
10-11 left in this opening half. Mountain Home and Sylvan Hills tied at 7. Drury goes in motion to the top side of the field. The handoff is straight ahead to Lindsey, and there is nowhere for him to go. He's going to get a yard to the 34. So the Bears have adjusted well to this Mountain Home running game after that initial possession. Bombers marched it right down the field, but since then, Sylvan Hills has done a good job of stopping the running game. Van Home went 3 and out on their last possession. 2nd and 9 here for the Bombers. And the handoff coming to the near side to Lindsey. And again, there is nothing there. He's going to get a yard, but that's it. So 3rd and 8 coming up for this Mountain Home offense.
Their defense line right now is just doing a great job of just really kind of getting hands on and pushing those offensive linemen right back in the hole. It's just not giving a running back any place to go.
Tony Fox, the freshman, into the ball game.
And this kid brings some speed now, Brad.
He does. He's in the backfield. He's going to go out into a pass pattern, and the pass is too high off his hands and out of bounds. And back-to-back 3 and outs by this Mountain Home offense now.
I like the play call there because if he comes down with that ball and there's nobody there in front of him, he's gone. So just unfortunate, just a little high, sailed right over his head and just barely got his fingertips on it.
So Mountain Home forced to punt. Marquez Gooden is back deep for the Bears. And this is McBride that's going to punt this time. Good punt. Gooden doesn't catch it. It bounces at the 40. It's still rolling, and the Bombers are going to down it at the 37-yard line. Where are they going to put it? At the 38. So a good punt by McBride.
Great punt, came off his foot just right, and what you want to see is a spiral and those things to turn over, and that's exactly what it did. A great punt there.
So the ball's at the 28. That's where Sylvan Hills will start. The Bomber offense, we'll see what kind of adjustments they come up with. Back-to-back 3 and outs after that nice opening drive. Sylvan Hills gets the ball back, the inside handoff. A well played by the Bomber defense. Brody Patterson comes up from the safety position, making one of the initial hits. No gain on the play.
They had a little help there by Shane Rowden. Did a good job just holding on to him until Burton come over and finish him off. Great play there.
Wasn't a whole lot there for Bosnick. It's 2nd down at about 10 here for the Bears. Motion, the toss sweep. This is Okafor, and he gets to the corner across the 35 out to about the 36-yard line, a pickup of 8.
Defensive end Dover comes all the way to the sideline to make the tackle there. You know, I've talked about him several times this year, but I just really like the way that kid plays with a chip on his shoulder. You don't see play like that out of sophomores very often. He has just been a difference maker all season long for us.
3rd and 2 for Sylvan Hills. Boy, you can hear the Bomber fans making some noise. 3rd down, and it's going to be a 1st down run by the Bears. Dover makes the contact, but the contact pushes the ball carrier past the line to gain out to the 39-yard line. Needed 3 or 2, and they got 3. So 1st down for Sylvan Hills. 7:30 left in the opening half. We're knotted up at 7. Here's the toss sweep coming to the near side. Jasper gets a block, and it was a good block because they're going to throw 2 flags on it.
And I'm going to disagree with it right out of the back. That's how you teach taking on that lead blocker. And Tristan Hayes just upends that lead blocker. I'm going to disagree with that one.
The play goes to about the 49-yard line. This is going to be a penalty against Mountain Home. And it's Carlos Stevens who was out lead blocking, and he is down, face down on the turf. So they're going to tend to him. We'll take a break. 7-17. Tied at 7. You're listening to Bomber Football on Classic Hits 101.7.
the Bombers. That'll be assessed a Lincoln and a Hamilton from the end of the run, which will be good enough for a Bear first down with the ball spotted at the Bomber 36. Ball carrier was number 26, Oren Bosnick for the Bears.
It was a 36-yard line. My bad. He'll take it to the 34.
I'm still fuming about that last flag. I got steam coming out of my ears here because that's exactly how you teach to take on that lead blocker. That just uncalled for.
2nd and 8 here for Sylvan Hills at the Mountain Home 34-yard line. Okafor in motion. They pitch it to him. And we've got Okafor breaking a tackle, breaking another one on his feet inside the 25 to the 24-yard line, a pickup of 10 and a first down.
He loves to throw that fake with his hips back inside, try to draw that defender off, and then he just kind of has that extra burst of speed right around the corner. Makes him really difficult to tackle.
So a fresh set of downs, I should say, for the Bears at the Mountain Home 24-yard line. 6:36 left in this opening half. Knotted up at 7. The inside handoff is faked, kept by the quarterback Tyner. He's going to take it to the 21-yard line, it looks like, a pickup of 3.
Not really a whole lot to that. Just tries to sell that fake inside there and tries to get positive yards. Good job by the defense.
They do a lot of things. The same formation every play.
Yep.
They do a lot of things with it, though.
They do. They do. With the guys' emotions and the pitches, and it's just so much misdirection there. It makes it really hard for the defense to pick up.
Okafor's in motion. The inside handoff is Bosnick again. He's going to break a tackle, and he is inside the 5. And a touchdown saving tackle by Patterson at about the 4-yard line, it looks like. 17-yard pickup.
Well, it's been obvious tonight. You got to wrap up on that guy if you want to tackle him. They're just not doing a good job wrapping up there.
First down at the 4. We've got flags, and let's see. It's going to be a false start against the Bears. That will back them up to the 9-yard line. That is, they have 6 penalties tonight. 5 of them have been false starts. So first and goal from the 9 for the Bears. 5:44 left in the first half. The toss sweep, Okafor left side, and he is going to be upended at the 6-7 yard line. One of the Bombers slow to get up. That is Adams. He's all right, though. He's going to stay in the game. They're going to mark Okafor down, I believe, about the 6-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from just outside the 6. The toss again to Okafor. And he's going to be tripped up from behind as Mojica gets his hands on him, trips him up. Okafor down to, let's see where they put it down. Again, we apologize. We're very low compared to most press boxes. Tough to see. About the 2, I would guess.
As good a guess as any, Brad.
So 3rd and goal from the 2 for the Bears. They give it to Bosnick straight ahead, and the Bombers hold. It's going to be 4th and goal. Bosnick stretches out of the Bombers, stop him at the 1.
He goes to jump and lean over there, and they just stuffed him. Robert Dover caught him in midair and just slammed him right back to the ground. That's how you play it right there.
Brody Patterson in on the stop as well. That was a nice play.
Big play here for the Bombers.
4th and goal inside the 1 for the Bears. Tyner, the quarterback, sneaks it, and we'll see. No indication yet They're going to mark him short. He did not make it, and the Bombers hold on 4th and goal inside the 1-yard line. How about that defense?
And that's how you get respect right there. When it comes and when it matters, the defense stepped up and saved you. Good job there by the defense.
Boy, they are excited and celebrating on the sideline right now. So now the Bombers will start this drive inside their 1-yard line with 4:03 left in the first half. And, well, you always got to be careful because you're most of the time out of the shotgun, and that means you're going to snap it 3 or 4 yards deep. Let's see if they go under center here.
Let's go, Bombers!
Bombers will start inside the 1, and they will. Barnett will go under center. And Mountain Home's going to move. It's going to be a false start against the Bombers, but, I mean, you can't back up just a couple of inches.
half yard penalty maybe?
Exactly. I mean, I've got to mark it down as a penalty, but you can't mark any yardage, so.
Marked off.
But you hope this momentum that the defense just established rolls over to your offense. I mean,
yes.
You don't want to end up with a safety here. It'll just all die. So we really got to work on holding your water, getting positive yards here.
And now they're going to go to the shotgun. Snapping the ball from inside the 1-yard line, and Mountain Home wants to take a timeout. 4:02 left in the first half. We're tied at 7. You're listening to Bomber Football on Classic Hits 101.7.
That is their second timeout of the first.
For over 50 years, Harold Tucker Auto Parts has been serving the Twin Lakes area. Thank you, Twin Lakes area. See Harold Tucker Auto Parts for parts both foreign and domestic, from parts for automobiles to parts for mowers. They have custom-built hydraulic hoses and welding supplies, too. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30. Harold Tucker Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto specialist for over 50 years. Family-owned and 4 generations strong. Harold Tucker Auto Parts, proud to sponsor the Mountain Home Bombers. 810 South Street, Mountain Home. 425-5040.
Pass intended for number 11, Brody Patterson, calls it complete. And bring up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, Bombers! Come on, Bombers!
Ball carrier was number 8, Brady Barnett, on the quarterback keeper for Bombers. Tripped up around the Bomber 4-yard line. That'll be a gain of about, and we'll say 3 on the play. So that'll bring up 3rd and about 7.
3rd and 7 for Mountain Home from the 4-yard line. Barnett, designed run to the right side. He's got some room. He's up the right sideline at the 20, across the 30, knocked out of bounds. Where are they going to mark him? They mark him out at the 25. Boy, the Bombers get out of the hole there with a nice 21-yard run.
Does a good job just getting to the end right there. You're right. That we needed that.
So the Bombers out to the 25 with the run by Barnett, a 21-yard pickup.
Offense takes some time here to think about it.
3:15 left in the first half. 4 seconds on the play clock, and Mountain Home has to burn their last timeout. We're tied at 7. You're listening to Bomber Football on Classic Hits 101.7.
Mountain Home. That is their
The Salvation Army is known for feeding the hungry, helping those in need of heat and clothing. But did you know that we also help spread joy to the lives of children through these programs, like our Vacation Bible School, Summer Camp, Teen Camp, and Kids Club? Learning to give back should start early, and at the Salvation Army, we enjoy showing children how they too can be a shield in a world that can be pretty tough to navigate, a shield and a compass. The Salvation Army is here for our children and our community.
The Locker Room is your hometown sporting goods store and a proud sponsor of the Mountain Home Bombers. Locally owned and operated, Locker Room specializes in team sales, award trophies, and even plaques. You want anything Bomber? Your one-stop shop.
Go across the 40 to the 41 with a gain of 4. So 3rd and 4 coming up here for Mountain Home.
It's a big play here for your offense. You really need to get one more touchdown on the board before you go into the half.
Bombers will receive the second half kickoff. 2 minutes left in this first half. Bombers are out of timeouts. Barnett, designed run, following Lindsey. Kind of pushing him, leading the way. He's got the first down. Out across the 45 to the 46-yard line, and the Bombers move the chains.
Poise of Barnett right there just to follow his blockers and be patient, let it open up to get the first down. Great job there.
Stops the clock momentarily. It was supposed to move the chains. I don't think they ever stopped the clock, and I think that's what Coach Harry's talking to the official about right now. They started the clock before the chains were ever set. High snap, pulled down, the handoff to Lindsey, coming to the near side, and Gage is going to be stopped at the 48-yard line, a pickup of 2. Mountain Home in hurry-up mode with 1:18 left in this first half.
They have to be with no timeouts left. They're going to have to move quick.
2nd and 8 for the Mountain Home offense. Barnett looking long, left sideline, complete! Oh, and it came out at the end. As he rolled over, Brody Patterson dropped the football, could not quite hang on to it all the way through the catch. Boy, it was almost a great catch. When he hit the ground, that ball popped loose.
So close, so close.
Well, that's the second time Mountain Home has had a receiver back in behind the defense. And now timeout's going to be taken by Sylvan Hills. With 1 minute left in the first half, we're tied at 7. You're listening to Bomber Football on Classic Hits 101.7.
House of Realty isn't just a clever play on a name. It's the place to find quality realtors who help with buying and selling real estate. Are you downsizing? Need commercial property for that business you've always wanted? River property? The House of Realty owner-broker Dick House and his staff have represented the area for 50 years, so you can trust their knowledge. And they'll never let the ball drop when it comes to your deal. House of Realty, proud to support the Mountain Home Bombers, 701 South College, 425-5555.
Scott Tabor Shelter Insurance is proud to support our Mountain Home Bombers. The team at Scott Tabor Shelter Insurance understands and appreciates that professional, dedicated work both on and off the field is a win for both the team and the community. Our Mountain Home Bombers don't shy away from a challenge. They take pride in themselves, their team, and their community. Together, everyone achieves more, and the team at Scott Tabor Shelter Insurance can't wait to cheer the Bombers on through their next great season. Go Bombers!
Bombers will keep it on the ground. Barnett on that read option up the right side. He's got a first down inside the 40. A flag at the end of the play. Let's see what this is.
It seemed really late for the flag. Yeah, not sure what he saw there.
I didn't see anything on the tackle. Was there somebody walking downfield? Let's see. It was a first down run. It is a hold against Mountain Home. It's at the 41.
Curious who's throwing where he threw the flag. Didn't look like there was anybody out there to be holding.
Well, good grief. They're going to mark it all the way back to the 49-yard line of Mountain Home. So after all that run is a 1-yard gain. So third down again, the handoff coming to the near side. Lindsey at the left sideline, a foot race to the end zone. One defender to beat. He's on his feet. He's in. Touchdown. The defender catches him at the 10. He couldn't do anything with Gage Lindsey as Lindsey pushes him into the end zone from 10 yards out, and the Bombers score with 26 seconds left in the first half.
Gage Lindsey showing you how to put a stiff arm to work. Brad, he just pushed him right in and owned him into the end zone. My goodness, that guy is on one tonight.
Jasper catches him at about the 10-yard line, and he could not bring him down, and Lindsey bowls his way into the end zone with a 51-yard touchdown run. The extra point is good. 26 seconds left in the first half. And the Bombers now with a touchdown lead. And I'll tell you what, just look at the demeanor here, Tobias, on both sides. I mean, it's just we talked about it earlier.
Oh, yeah. The momentum's unbelievable here. I mean, you got the Mountain Home fans into it. They're up, they're clapping, they're cheering. And on the other side, it looks like a book club. I mean, they're sitting around not doing much of anything. So we got to keep this momentum going into the second half. Good job there by the Bombers.
14-7, Mountain Home with the lead.
You know, all we heard all week was really about Sylvan Hills' running game and how well they were going to just come in and dominate us. And you know what? I think really it's been our offense that's dominated tonight in the run game. They've just done such a superb job.
So the Bombers will kick off here with 34 seconds left in the half. And I don't want to bring this up, but you have to. We've seen twice this year where the Bombers have given up a touchdown right before halftime and saw the momentum shift, and boy, you cannot do that here.
No, I'd be fine if they just kicked it out of bounds here and played a couple of decent defensive plays and just go to the end for halftime.
So Shaner ready to kick off for Mountain Home. High pooch kick taken at the 25 and fumbled, and Mountain Home comes up with it. Now there's a flag. It was covered by Dylan Drury. Let's see what the flag is, though.
He dropped that ball on the turf, and Dylan Drury just picked it right up.
We're waiting to see what the flag's going to be, but the Bombers have covered that football. The offense is coming out, and it is Mountain Home football. I wonder if the official threw the flag instead of the beanbag. That may be what it was. I think he was trying to spot because they have a beanbag they throw when the ball's fumbled, and that's what he did.
Yeah, it must have been because they didn't mark anything.
So the ball is at the 30-yard line for Mountain Home with 32 seconds left. Can they tack on another one? Barnett looking deep down the middle to the end zone for Patterson. Incomplete. Just a little underthrown. Brody tried to adjust to it and had the defender right there with him and couldn't haul it in.
had a lot of time to throw there. It looks like there might have been just a touch of early contact, but unfortunately, Patterson just not able to come down with it.
Boy, you'd love to see Mountain Home get some more points here before halftime, especially receiving that second half kickoff. 14-7, Mountain Home leads it, and the Bombers try to take advantage of the second Sylvan Hills turnover of the night. The first one they converted into points. Can they do it again? Fox is back in the game. He's in the backfield. They're going to empty the backfield. They're looking for him on the wheel route coming out of the backfield, and the pass is tipped and incomplete.
Tipped there by big number 33, Dylan Harris, 6 foot, 175-pound junior from Sylvan Hills.
So now it's 3rd and 10.
I'm ready to play.
They did. All right, we'll take a break. We'll get halftime started here in just a moment. It's 14-7. Sylvan Bombers leading Sylvan Hills. You're listening to Bomber Football on Classic Hits 101.7.
And once again, a big hand for the Sylvan Hills High School varsity cheerleader. To continue our halftime entertainment, we proudly present the pride of the hillside, the Sylvan Hills High School Marching Bear Band.
Back at Sylvan Hills High School or halftime, 14-7. The Bombers with the lead over the Bears at the break. We'll check stats coming up here in just a little bit. First, though, we are joined by Mount Home Athletic Director Mitch Husky. And, boy, first off, Mitch, how about the crowd here at Sylvan Hills tonight? Boy, a lot of folks made the trip.
Oh, this was unbelievable. I'm down at the other press box. I'm in a little warmer area than you. And looking over, kind of looking at their crowd now, I just kind of look down to the left, and it's unbelievable how many people we have here. That's pretty awesome.
It really is. Let's talk about what's coming up as far as athletics are concerned. First off, we'll talk a little bit about last week, an exciting day at Hot Springs for the cross-country teams.
Oh, yeah, and the only unfortunate deal was that was our senior night, and I wasn't able to go down there and see it.
Right.
But our girls won a state championship. Just unreal, back-to-back. Big deal. I wish I could have been there, but very happy for them. Riley Patterson finishing second as an individual.
Yes.
And then on the boys' side, them finishing the way they did. And then, of course, I'm sitting here going blank, but Andrew Westfall, individual state champion. I mean, that's awesome.
It really was. The boys finished second as a team.
Yes.
It was a great season for that cross-country program. Well, we're getting winter sports underway. In fact, swim, they got started this week, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. I actually got to drive that trip. Went over to Russellville, had 14 teams, had Fayetteville, a bunch of teams there. Girls finished, I believe they finished second behind Fayetteville, a 6A school, 7A school, depending on what you look at. And then our boys, it's been a long time since I've been in a swim meet, but it was, even though it was really long, having that many, it was pretty cool watching that. We got some dudes in that as well. Dudes, dudettes, whatever, girls and boys. We got some great swimmers.
What about, I was trying to think the other winter sports, wrestling to be firing up here pretty soon.
Yeah, they actually had their blue and gold last night, kind of kicking off their season.
Right.
Next week, I'm trying to remember it. I believe they go to Bentonville next Friday. I think that's a JV boys. But yeah, they're getting kicked off. I see them every day. They rattle my office because they practice right above me, so they hook it up. Our coaches do a great job, and we got a lot of guys and gals back from last year, so it should be a fun season.
Bowling will be getting started soon too.
Yeah, they've been working. Coach Kill, he come in his first year. We go to conference in girls and finish, I believe, fourth in conference, went to state, and then they end up winning the whole thing last year. So. We have high expectations for Coach Kill. Hope he's listening. We're looking for another state championship.
And, of course, basketball.
Yes, we actually kicked off our junior high last week, played Harrison, or as Coach Crow would say, Bellefonte. And our girls went to their place, ended up losing an overtime game, and then we won a one-point game at home. So it was a good way to kick the junior high season off with two exciting games. And then our high school teams, they travel to Batesville tomorrow for their benefit game. And then next week, our girls play Tuesday at home against Bentonville. And then Thursday, our boys play Springdale Harbor against on Thursday.
Okay.
So.
And hopefully we're playing football Friday night.
Yes, and that's the one thing. Hopefully we pull this one, not pull it out. Let's win it. And we'll probably look to try to change that game. Possibly a Thursday, because I don't like anytime we're in the playoffs or, in any kind of a state, we don't want two of our teams playing at the same time. So
exactly.
Hopefully we have that problem. We'll figure it out.
All right, Mitch, we appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Brad.
Mount Home Athletic Director Mitch Husky. We will take a break. The Bombers lead Sylvan Hills 14-7 at halftime. Matt will check scores for us around the state coming up. This is Bomber Football on Classic Hits 101.7.
And once again, folks, a big hand for the pride of the hillside. the Sylvan Hills High School Marching Bear Band. Hey folks, if I could have your attention please. We've got some cars that are in the fire lane that need to be moved immediately. The fire marshal is there and you will be towed. Our first one is, that's red. I can't tell the make and model on it, but it's Arkansas license plate 057CZX. Our second one is an out-of-state. This is a Colorado license plate, G0J021. And our final vehicle is a red one. Can't make out the make and model from the picture, but it is a Harding University plate, 15ATZ. These cars need to be moved immediately or you will be towed. Apparently the police have tracked down one of these vehicles. Belongs to a gentleman, Michael John Tucker. Again, if you are one of these three vehicles, Arkansas license plate 057ZZX, a Harding plate 15ATZ, or a Colorado plate G0J021. If you are these cars, you need to have them moved immediately or you will be towed. Folks, if I could have your attention, please, for just a minute. This is a reminder to all Bear fans about an upcoming fundraiser for the Sylvan Hills High School Booster Club. As most of you know, my wife and I put on a Christmas extravaganza at our house in North Pulaski County. And this year will be no different. In fact, due to some dirt work we had done, we have greatly expanded our display. Every year, we take donations, and 100% of the money either goes to the Booster Club here at the high school, the Make-A-Wish Foundation of the Mid-South, or Wounded Warrior Project. So if you are out and about this holiday season, we encourage you to stop by. Santa will be there handing out candy canes to all the kids and the not-so kids. And it's a good time for everybody. A couple of my kids should be out there with hot chocolate and cookies as well. So, if you are out and about this holiday season, stop by our house. The address is 10301 Sales Road. That's up in Jacksonville. And if you can, please make a donation in our little black pot so that we can assist the athletes here at Sylvan Hills. Thank you all very, very much. Oh, there also is, in case you want to get a look at what we got, there is a Facebook page that is open to the public. It's called Santa on Sales. That's spelled S-A-Y-L-E-S. It's open to anybody that wants to join. So if you want to get a preview of this year, just asked to be added to the group. We are hoping that our first night will be Black Friday, which I believe is 2 weeks from today. Folks, we still have one car that needs to be moved. It's a red Lincoln MKX. That's the Arkansas 057 ZZX. Again, there's one car that needs to be moved. It's a Lincoln MKX, Arkansas license plate 057 ZZX, and according to the police department, it is registered to a Trayvon Ross. You will need to move your car immediately, or it will be towed. I believe we were wrong on that name on that MKX. It's Trajan Doss. Again, the tag is Arkansas license plate 057 ZZX. It's a red MKX registered to Trajan Doss.
We've called his name several times tonight, and he has been running strong every time they call his number, so doesn't surprise me at all.
Bombers will get the ball to start the second half. Sylvan Hills out. They're ready to play. Mountain Home hasn't come out of the locker room yet, so we'll go ahead and take one more break, come back, and get the second half started in just a moment. You're listening to Bomber Football on Classic Hits 101.7.
Okay.
Now he's coming back on in street clothes.
How long, Brad?
Let me see if they put in more time on the clock here. They usually do.
I think he was out there complaining they weren't all the area out. I doubt they will.
Yeah,
oh, he's saying wind it.
Put 3 minutes on.
Did they?
All right.
So probably 3, Matt. Sylvan Hills High School in Sherwood, the Bombers with a 14-7 halftime lead over the Bears. Mountain Home will receive the kickoff to start the second half, and we'll see if they get the momentum built back up again here, Tobias. Boy, I have to tell you, they was just most of the first half. Mountain Home had so much more energy than Sylvan Hills did.
They did. You hope they pick right up where they left off and continue that momentum into the second half. They did. I really feel like Mountain Home kind of controlled the first half of the ball game, so we want to continue to see that in the second half.
Wouldn't surprise me to see Sylvan Hills try an onside kick here, and I'm sure the Bombers coaches have talked to that front line about that,
yeah,
just to watch for it.
Yeah, if you look if they have there in the front line, it looks like they have the hands team in. Most of those guys are special players that can field the ball if they do try to onside it.
Gonzalez ready to kick this off, and we are ready to get this second half underway. And he will kick it deep. Good kick. That's going to get into the end zone for the touchback. So the Bombers will start at their 20 with their first possession of this second half.
Yard line.
You hope at halftime, too, it's given them opportunity to kind of see what's going on and really make some adjustments here in the second half. And we really want to go here and put some points on the board right off, set the momentum.
Exactly. 14-7. Bombers with the lead and with the football to start the second half. Barnett barking signals, then they'll stand up and look to the sideline, and looks like they're changing the play. They'll shift Lindsey from the right side of the quarterback to the left side. They'll hand it to Lindsey, going back to that right side, and he's going nowhere. Got back to the line of scrimmage, and looks like that's about it. No gain on the play.
Just nowhere for him to go right there.
Lindsey with probably, I would say, his most impressive run of the season with that 51-yard touchdown run in that first half.
Oh, yeah.
He just carried that kid on his arm the last 10 yards into the end zone.
We'll see that on a highlight reel someday.
Yes. 2nd and 10, and again the give is to Lindsey going right side, and not a whole lot there. He's going to get a yard on the play, it looks. Looks like about a yard, so 3rd and long coming up here for the Bombers, 3rd and 9.
We can tell Sylvan Hills definitely made some adjustments at halftime. They're really keying on Lindsey now. There just seems to be nowhere for him to go.
Again, Gage with 137 rushing yards in that first half. 16 carries. He's on pace to what he did last week. He had 32 carries last week. 3rd and 9 for the Bombers here. Drury goes in motion to the top side of the field. Barnett back to pass. Under pressure, the pass is short, incomplete, almost intercepted. There was only one player that had a shot at it, and that was Jonathan Goins, the outside linebacker. So the Bombers offense 3 and out on their first possession of the second half.
Well, that's not how we hoped we'd start.
Let's go, Bombers!
So the Bombers ready to punt. McBride will punt this time. Gets away another pretty decent punt. It's going to bounce near the 50 and then roll to the 45, the 44, and roll dead at the 44 of Sylvan Hills. That's where the Bears will start their first possession of the second half. So we'll see what kind of adjustments they've made. Bombers 4 players down tonight. Of course, Mason Camp and Mason Walker both out for the season. Blake Bentley out again tonight with that hamstring injury. Tate Pinka out again tonight. He had an auto accident last Friday, so he's still not back, although he's with the team on the sideline tonight. So first down here for the Bears. They'll be moving left to right in this third quarter. The toss sweep coming to the near side. Jasper. Bombers string him out well, and no gain on the play. Maybe a loss of about half a yard. It's going to be a loss of 1 back to the 43. The Bombers played that well.
Yeah, they did. Great pursuit there by the defense. That's what I was talking about earlier. You know, now they've kind of figured out those angles whenever they do those deep pitches and the sweep play, and they're doing a good job now flowing to the ball and getting to the running back.
So 2nd and 11 now for the Bears. Okafor on the toss sweep going to the other side. And we've got a flag on the play. They're going to get 2 flags on the play. They're going to get the illegal block, I believe, on that far sideline. Boy, Sylvan Hills have been penalized a bunch this evening.
They have.
2 flags. I believe they're on the same player here against Sylvan Hills.
To be in the same spot.
They're going to call it a hold. I think they could have called that either way, hold or block in the back. So they're going to mark it off from the 39. That's where the infraction occurred. So that's going to move the ball back to the 29-yard line. That's a 14-yard penalty.
That helps.
2nd down and 25 for Sylvan Hills. Motion, and they'll fake the pitch to the motion man. They hand it off to Okafor going to the far sideline. He's going to be tripped up at the 39, a 10-yard pickup.
And that's what makes this flex bone so difficult. So they send that guy in motion who they've been pitching to all night. They fake that pitch and they come up right up underneath and hand it off inside. That makes it very difficult for the defense.
So 3rd and 15 for the Bears. And the quarterback, a late pitch, well played by the Bombers defense. The tackle in the backfield made by Moses Adams. Shrouden was there as well for Mountain Home. This is a loss of 4 back to the 35-yard line. So 4th and 19, and the Bombers defense looks very good on that first possession of the second half.
They did. They sniffed that one out the whole way and blew it up in the backfield. Great heads-up play there by the defense.
So Sylvan Hills getting ready to punt on 4th and 19. Good snap. The kick is away. And it's going to bounce.
Oh. They're going to say Robert Dover just roughed the kicker, and he barely touched him.
Well, the kick was not fielded either, and it's going to bounce all the way inside the 20 down to the 16. It was 4th and 19. And they're going to call it running into the kicker. So this is the 5-yard variety. This is not a major penalty. So we'll see what Sylvan Hills wants to do. They may not take. They got the Bombers pinned back at the 16 with the punt. They're going to decline the penalty, and the Bombers will have the ball at the 16-yard line. So with a good punt, Mountain Home's going to be pinned pretty deep.
Dover just about got a hand on it as he jumps and tries to block it. And as he comes down his momentum, he just doesn't let off enough and just barely bumps him. And not enough, but the punter did a good job selling it.
He's well coached then.
Yep.
Bombers will start at the 17 is where they'll spot this football. 8:26 left in the third. Bombers up by 7. High snap pulled down by Barnett, gives it to Lindsey right up the gut, and Gage is going to pick up, looks like about 2, maybe 3 on the play. Looks like 2 out to the 19. So 2nd and 8 coming up here with 8:07 left in this third quarter. Bombers leading by 7. The winner moves on to Greenwood next week in the second round of the playoffs. Lindsey gets his number called again. And still on his feet across the 20 out to the near the 21.
At some point, you got to start using Lindsey as a decoy because it's obvious they're keying on him. You know, it's 3 plays there or 2 plays there, nowhere to go. Use him as a decoy and toss that down the field a little bit.
You bet. Let's see what they do here. 3rd and 6 with the Bomber offense. 7:28 left in this third quarter. Fox is in the backfield now for Mountain Home. Every time he's been in there, he empties out, and he's going to this time as well. But they throw a flag instead. And let's see what the flag is. Offsides against Sylvan Hills. So instead of 3rd and 6, it's now 3rd and 1.
Comes back. We've seen that time and time again, and them jumping off, and that's really played well for the Bombers tonight.
8 penalties for 54 yards against the Bears. So now the Bombers looking at 3rd and about a yard here from the 26-yard line. Maybe a yard and a half. Let's see what they do. Drury comes in motion. Barnett's going to keep it himself, running behind Lindsey, and he's got enough for the first down. He's near the 28-yard line, and now that penalty benefits the Bombers as they convert and keep the drive alive. Their 11th first down of the night.
They've had that offensive pass open several times tonight. You kind of wonder if they might try to take a shot here.
They keep it on the ground and nowhere for Lindsey to go. Defenders waiting on him. He's going to be thrown for a loss back at the 25-yard line, a loss of 3. So well played by the defense. Those outside linebacker Spencer coming up to make the initial contact. So now 2nd and 13 for the Mountain Home offense.
Mountain Home trying to control it, slowing it down, taking their time.
Again, Drury comes in motion to the formation, and the ball is given once again to Lindsey. Bowls over the defender at the 26-yard line. He's going to wind up at about the 28, 29. They'll mark him at about the 29 with a 4-yard pickup. 3rd and 9 coming up here for Mountain Home.
And we'll say gain of 4 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 9.
You said it earlier, it's just so hard to see where the ball is on the field.
Yeah, the press box here is not very high. Usually you're pretty far off the ground, but you're not here. It's kind of difficult to see the football. 3rd and 9 for Mountain Home. Roll to the 31-yard line. I don't think we've seen a punt fielded yet tonight on either side, have we?
No, we haven't.
I can hear Bob Bird back home yelling. There's lots of things that set Bob off, but
that's one of them.
That's very high on the list. Yes, is when a return man doesn't catch a punt.
Yeah.
So the Bears get it back at their own 31-yard line. 14-7, Mountain Home with the lead over Sylvan Hills. The handoff inside as Bosnick keeps it, and he's going to pick up 4 out to the 35.
Patterson flying in there again, doing a good job making contact and making the stop.
Like a game of about 4 on the play. Bring up 2nd and 6.
4:35 left. 3rd quarter action. Bombers with a 7-point lead. Okafor goes in motion. They'll give it straight ahead to Bosnick. He bounces off 2 tacklers, has a first down run across the 40, out to the 43-yard line, a gain of 8.
Cody Abel, the nose guard there, does a great job of crashing down. The problem was he pushed too far in, and the running back came right off his hip. So good job there by the nose guard. Just played it over a little much.
Rowden's going to come out. He was stretching before they came on the field after halftime, and he's going to take himself out right now. Looks like maybe an abdominal injury. He's on his knees on the sideline right now. First down here for the Bears. And the quarterback keeps it. Nicely played by Moses Adams. Comes in and nails him for about a 1-yard loss back to the 42 maybe. Now they'll mark him at the 43. Nice play, though.
I'm not real sure what he was going to try to do there. He stopped, almost kind of faked there for a second, and Adams was on him.
3:26 left in this 3rd quarter. Mountain Home by 7. We've got a penalty, is another motion penalty against Sylvan Hills. Good grief, Coach Hill has got to be irate on that far sideline.
They've just not been able to hold their water tonight. They've jumped offside so many times. If I was an offensive line coach, I'd be very, very upset tonight.
Yes. Bob Bird sent us a nice text that we're doing a good job.
Oh, thanks, Bob.
May not be exactly what he said.
That's a Cliff Note version, I'm sure.
Yes. 3:03 left here in this 3rd quarter. Bombers by 7. Bosnick, the running back, straight ahead, and he's going to pick up a couple to the 40.
This defense just finding a way to impose its will tonight. I mean, they're doing such a good job of coming up with big stops when we need them most. Good to see Rowden going back in the game.
He is back out there. In fact, he and Dover are lined up on the same side right now. 3rd and 13 for the Bears. And the quarterback, Tyner's going to keep it going nowhere. He gets about a yard, and that's it. Punt.
That was a generous yard, Brad. I think maybe an inch there.
4th and 12 here for the Bears. Drury back deep for Mountain Home to return the punt. Good snap back. The kick is away. And it's a short kick. It's going to bounce at the 35 of Mountain Home and roll inside the 30 to about the 27. And that's where the Bombers will start this next drive. So the defenses standing out here in this third quarter. Each team with 1 first down so far in this third quarter. Mountain Home will start this drive from their 27 with 1:35 left to play. Third quarter action, up by 7. Barnett directing traffic now, getting receivers lined up. 2 on each side. Lindsay in the backfield from the 27. Now motion, and they give it to the motion man. That's Drury. And boy, nothing there. Well played by the defense. He's going to lose a yard back to the 26-yard line.
They sniffed that out. They saw Drury coming in motion there, and they just blew him up. I like the idea, though, trying to switch it up a little bit, take the pressure off Gage a smidge.
Yes. As many carries as he's had last week and now again tonight. 66 seconds left here in this third quarter. And they fake that jet sweep this time to Drury. The ball kept by the quarterback Barnett, and he's straight ahead for, looks like maybe a 1-yard gain back to the original line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 10 now for Mountain Home's offense with 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Barnett out of the gun, dropping back to pass, looking left side, has Drury open, cannot quite make the connection, it's incomplete, and Mountain Home will be forced to punt once again.
We've had so many passes tonight that are just so close, just barely bouncing off hands, and you got to think sooner or later they're going to connect.
They have been close. Gooden, the return man, stands at midfield. McBride into punt once again. He's had a couple of good ones here this evening. The kick is away. This is a good one. Over the return man's head. It's going to bounce at the 42 and starts to roll Sylvan Hills' way, and the Bombers will touch it at the 43, and that's where the Bears will start this next drive.
About started screaming, pick it up. It was rolling forward the way we don't want it to roll. He finally smacked it out there.
15 seconds left here in this third quarter. The Bears get the football back.
Put it back in the hands of our defense here.
Well, they have played so well tonight. Here's the handoff. Bosnick once again going to the left side, and not a whole lot there. You're going to give him a couple of yards out to about the 45 on the final play of the third quarter. The Bombers lead at 14-7. You're listening to Bomber Football on Classic Hits 101.7.
All right. Can't believe we didn't take one freaking break in that entire period.
Across the state of Arkansas, Farmers and Merchants Bank and the Bank of Fayetteville join you in cheering on our favorite teams. We applaud that extra effort that makes our schools and activities an important part of our communities, more now than ever. Working as a team to make our communities better by helping you reach your goals, that's what happens at Farmers and Merchants Bank and the Bank of Fayetteville, home of me banking. Member FDIC.
Run inside the Mountain Home 45, and he's going to be down to about the 41-yard line, a 13-yard pickup.
They send him in motion like that, and he gets that sweep going full speed. He's something to deal with. He's so fast there around the corner.
Each team with 11 first downs on the night. The total yards at halftime were pretty well even. It's been a good ball game. Bombers leading by 7 right now. Jasper in motion once again. They'll give it straight ahead. This is the new ball carrier. That's Dylan Harris that's in the backfield. Harris is going to take it inside the 40 to about the 37 with a 4-yard pickup.
We heard during halftime that Sylvan Hills had a couple starters go down and be out for the rest of the game. Didn't get numbers, but looks like it's affecting them.
It has. 2nd down and 6. And Tyner was going to pass, but we've got a flag. Another false start against the Bears. Wow. And Coach Hill is just living on that far sideline. Good grief. Where they did not attempt to pass last week, this was going to be their second pass. But instead, they'll back up to the 42-yard line with a penalty. So let's see what they do now with 2nd and about 11. Tyner hands it off straight ahead, and once again, it's Harris on the carry. He's going to take it inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. He picks up 8.
Finds a nice little hole right up the gut.
Brings up 3rd and a long 3 here for the, actually about 3 for the Bears. 3rd and 3. You think at this point in the field they're probably going to have 2 shots to convert this. Tyner on that toss sweep to Jasper once again. He's got the first down, stays on his feet up the right sideline. He's inside the 20, knocked out of bounds at the 17. He has got some speed. Boy, he got some moves too. That's a 17-yard pickup to the 17. 10-10 left in the ball game. Sylvan Hills with the football at the Mountain Home 17-yard line. Motion, the handoff straight ahead, and this is Harris, and he is going to take it inside the 10. He's down to about the 9-yard line.
You've seen your defense make a huge goal line stand at the first half, and we really, really need them to keep Sylvan Hills out in the end zone here.
Held Sylvan Hills inside the 1-yard line back in the first half. 2nd down and about 2 here. Tyner, the quarterback, keeps it, and he dives right side, and he's going to have a first down. It's going to bring up 1st and goal at, let's see where they're going to spot the ball. Looks like at about the 5-yard line. So 1st and goal at the 5 for the Bears with 9:06 to play.
At the Bomber 5-yard line.
They just brought in a third offensive lineman for that left-hand side.
And they have it off the right side to Harris, and Harris is in. Touchdown, Sylvan Hills. With 8:51 left in this ball game.
Well, your defense came up huge in the first half, so now we're going to need to see what the offense can do, come back and get us some more points on the board here.
It was a nice drive by the Bears. They line up in this swinging gate type formation. Now they'll line up and kick the extra point. Seven-play, 53-yard drive. Extra point, a bad snap. The kick is good, though. Wow, nice job by the kicker and a better job by the holder. We're tied at 14 with 8:51 to play. You're listening to Bomber Football on Classic Hits 101.7.
ASC Warranty is proud to support the Mountain Home Bombers. ASC Warranty provides dealers with vehicle protection plans for any vehicle in their inventory. ASC Warranty's greatest assets are the people that make up the ASC team. The work ethic and dedication to consistently superior services provided by all of their employees.
You say 8:51 left?
I did.
Kicking off for the Bears will be number 49, Marco Robledo. Back deep for the Bombers is number 11, Brody Patterson.
8:51 left to play in the ball game. Robledo with the ball teed up at the 40. This is not their usual kicker. He kicked off earlier tonight with a pooch-style kick, and that's what he does here. Short kick. It's going to be taken at the 20 by Patterson. Up that left sideline, upended and tackled at the 35-yard line. And that's where Mountain Home will start. This drive, we're tied. And Tobias, we haven't seen much out of this Mountain Home offense in the second half. Only one first down.
We haven't. They've been pretty muted, but, man, we need to stand here. We need to really stand up and try to get some points on the board here.
35-yard line.
8 yards of offense in the second half for Mountain Home coming into this drive. The ball kept by Barnett on that read option, and he's going nowhere. Stacked up at the line of scrimmage, no gain on the play.
Got to see some positive yards here. They keep keying there on that.
8:23 left in the ball game. We're tied at 14. The winner advances on to go to Greenwood next week, second round of the playoffs. Bombers did that last year, went to Greenwood in the second round. Hoping to again this year. 2nd and 10 here for Mountain Home. And the ball kept by Barnett, rolling to his right, looking to pass, has a man open, complete to Drury. Drury knocked out of bounds at the 50. It's a 15-yard pickup, and the Bombers move the chains.
I told you Drury was overdue there. Just great job there bringing the ball down and getting some yards for us. We needed that. That was huge.
Well, they'd only had 8 yards of offense in the second half. They get 14 here after the 49. $7:55 left in the ball game. The handoff is to Lindsey. Lindsey to the 50, keeps the legs driving. He's going to wind up picking up nearly 6 yards when it looked like it was going to be a 1-yard gain.
Great help by his offensive line there. Brody Goodson comes over and gives him a little effort, a little extra push there to help him get a few more yards on it.
A 6-yard pickup and a nice run by Gage Lindsey. 7:25 left to play. Barnett. Again, that replay gives it to Lindsey. Lindsey to the second level. Carries a tackler with him down near the 30-yard line, and a first down for the Bombers. A 14-yard pickup. They'll mark him at the 31.
TJ Jasper needs to pay Lindsey bus fare for the ride there. My goodness, he is just running lights out tonight.
If you remember, Jasper was the young man who tried to tackle him on his touchdown run, and he pretty well rode him all the way to the end zone from 10 yards out. He couldn't bring him down.
Yeah.
So, again, Lindsey, left side, breaks the first tackle, stays on his feet, down near the 26-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of 5 on first down, and he's running the ball like we saw that first drive of the ball game.
He is taking a little something out of Sylvan Hills' playbook there, kind of fakes inside and uses those hips to draw that defender off to be able to get some positive yards there.
6:27 left in the ball game. We're tied at 14. The Bombers marching, though. Barnett is going to roll to the right side, running behind Lindsey. Upended at the 25 and down and around the 24-yard line. Gain of about 2.
Controlling that clock, letting it run, taking their time.
So third down and about 3 here for the Mountain Home offense. At the 24, they have to get to the 21. Barnett's going to keep it running behind Lindsey. He's got the first down, and he's got a touchdown. He's in from 24 yards out. Barnett will put the Bombers back on top. He broke through that right side of the line and finds the end zone, and the Bombers have retaken the lead with 5:39 to play.
What a great run there by Barnett. He does get up kind of limpy a little bit. A little concerning there. His teammates help him up, but now he's jogging off the field. Looks like he's in good condition. Great job there.
Here's the extra point. It's good. 5:39 to play. The Bombers leading Sylvan Hills 21-14. You're listening to Bomber Football on Classic Hits 101.7.
For a winning season both on and off the field for our community and the Mountain Home Bombers, Baxter Regional Medical Center encourages eligible residents to consider getting a COVID vaccination and to continue using precautions, remembering the basic 3 W's. Wash your hands, watch your distance, and wear your mask. For vaccine, testing, or infusion appointments, or more information, call 870-508-7001. Let's be there for every game, loving another great year of football with the Bombers.
Kicking off for the Bombers will be number 86, Jack Shaner. There is litter on the landscape. Kickoff went out of bounds prior to being touched by any member of the receiving team. So looks like the ball will be spotted. First and 10 Bears at their own 35-yard line.
Fielding them, putting it in the end zone.
So the Bears from their 35, and the officials have stopped. They're having a conference right now. Was there a penalty? They're putting the ball at the 40-yard line.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. There wasn't a penalty on the. I didn't see a penalty on the kickoff. There wasn't one on the extra point. I don't know what the deal is. Toss sweep to Jasper. Hit in the backfield, upended, and a great play by Brody Patterson. He sniffed that one out. It's a big loss on the play.
He jumps up, running to my side again, he says.
They're going to mark it back at the 33, a 7-yard loss. That has been such a big play for the Bears tonight, that toss sweep to Jasper, but Patterson blows it up here. Boy, the Bombers playing with some fire right now, but by 7 with 5:08 to play. And Tyner wants to pass, looking long down the middle. It's incomplete. Bombers had 2 defenders, and they also had the official in the way.
He was running coverage as well.
He was. It was intended for Goins, and it's incomplete.
Maybe that's why they don't pass as much.
That might be. Had a good conversation with Coach Hill this week. He's a really good guy. He's in his 24th year as the head coach. It's been his last 3 years as offensive coordinator at Harding University before coming here 2 years ago. Here's the toss on the right side, and the Bombers will play this well. It's going to be just a 2-yard gain. It's going to bring up 4th and about 15 for the Bears, and they're going to be forced to punt.
Tristan Hayes making a huge play there in the backfield, making the tackle for the Bombers.
4th and 15 here for the Bears. Drury back deep, and
watch for the fake.
yes, even though it's 4th and 15, there's only 4:25 left. So if they're going to run a fake, this is a good time to do it. The snap back, and the punter will kick it. Oh!
Get away from it.
Oh,
Get away
that's a
from
Bob
it.
Bird type of kick. And it's going to be fielded at the 46-yard line. That is an 11-yard punt. And the Bombers will start at the Sylvan Hills 46.
I've never called a punt a duck before, but that was a duck if I ever seen one.
It was a wounded duck. So the Bombers will start at the Sylvan Hills 46 after the 11-yard punt. 4:12 left in the ball game. And Lindsey protecting the football, running with both hands around it. Gets to the second level, still on his feet, fighting inside the 30, down to the 26-yard line. A 20-yard gain, and that may be the one right there that ends it. You can see the Bears just hanging their heads right now.
You can see the defeat on their faces. And I tell you what, from the first contact, when they first hit Gage, he gets an extra, 10 yards there as he continues to drive his feet. And he's patient. He takes the handoff, he reads his blocks and gets up in there, and he just keeps driving those feet until he gets, man, that was just such a good run. He is doing such a great job tonight.
A 20-yard pickup. Drury goes in motion. Barnett will give it to Lindsey once again. Both hands on the football. He's going to be tripped up in the backfield this time. And it's going to be a loss, and a timeout's going to be called by Sylvan Hills. 3:31 left to play. The Bombers by 7 with the ball. You're listening to Bomber Football on Classic Hits 101.7.
Use the smile to change your world, but don't let the world change your smile. Coleman Family Dentistry is a proud supporter of the Mountain Home Bombers. A family-friendly dental office providing the state-of-the-art clinic, Coleman Family Dentistry is dedicated to you. Use the smile to change your world, but don't let the world change your smile.
was number 34, Gage Lindsay for the Bombers. Stop was made by number 6, Tyler Pearson.
Mountain home at the 25 of Sylvan Hills with 3:10 left to play.
Almost think you look for the fake here, to fake it to Lindsay, let him be the distraction, and then just throw it over the top, go get 6 more points.
Let's see what the Bombers do here. It's going to be 3rd and 9 at the Sylvan Hills 25-yard line. Bombers by 7, under 3 minutes to play. Barnett letting that play clock run down. They'll give it to Lindsay, and he is going to lose his footing. And down at the 23-yard line, and a timeout taken by Sylvan Hills. 2:40 to play. The Bombers by 7. You're listening to Mountain Home Football.
Use a smile to change your world, but don't let the world change your smile. Coleman Family Dentistry is a proud supporter of the Mountain Home Bombers. A family-friendly dental office providing the state-of-the-art clinic, Coleman Family Dentistry is dedicated to you, your health, and especially your smile. With locations in Mountain Home and Cotter, there's every reason to book your appointment today. Call 870-424-4670. Go Bombers.
What's that one like?
10 seconds. Let's see. 27-0 Marion at halftime. Here we go.
Really?
You're on.
2:40 left in this ball game. The Bombers up 7. Lake Hamilton a winner tonight over West Memphis.
Playoff bracket starting to shape up.
Parkview beat Searcy last night. Russellville was getting whipped at halftime in Marion. Bombers looking at a 4th and 7 with the offense out there trying to convert, keep that clock running. Sylvan Hills has just 1 timeout left. And Barnett's going to run to the right side. He is not going to make it. They're going to stack him up at about the 21. He picks up a couple on the play, and the Sylvan Hills offense comes back out as they hold on downs.
And it all goes on the shoulders of your defense.
2:35 to play. 1 timeout left for the Bears. They did not throw a pass last week. They've thrown 2 tonight. This is not a team that can go deep and try to pass their way down the field. They're not used to that. We'll see what they do here. They fake the toss sweep, the inside handoff to Jasper. He's hit near the line of scrimmage. Well played. It was Patterson with the initial contact. It's a short gain.
Patterson continues to impress me, Brad. He has been all over the field tonight, making plays on both sides, just doing such a good job. Hats off to him. He's playing lights out tonight.
He is. That was a 2-yard gain, so 2nd and 8 here for the Bears. 2:07 to play. The clock runs. They're still trying to get lined up. And Tyner, he turns the wrong way. He's going to have to tuck it and run, and he's going to be stopped at about the 26-yard line. And it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Keep that clock running.
A gain of 3. Looked like a busted play. And it's 3rd and 5 here for the Bears. 1:40 to play.
It's a Mountain Home crowd on their feet.
They're making some noise. Tyner gives it Harris right side. Harris is going to have a 1st down out to the 34. He picks up 8.
Defense better get set. They're trying to go hurry up now.
Now Sylvan Hills getting lined up. 1:23 to play. Jasper in motion. The inside handoff. This is Harris once again. Harris tripped up, and he's going to fight his way out to the 44, and that's going to be another 1st down, a pickup of 10.
Clock's running. They're taking their time.
69 seconds to play. They're not a big passing team, so they're still running the football here. And the inside handoff coming back to the near side. And down at the 50-yard line. The carry that time by Okafor. He picks up 6.
We got lucky there. Dover looked like he might have jumped off sides just a little bit, but they sure didn't call it.
42 seconds to play. The ball's at midfield, and they will spike it and stop the clock, and we've got a flag. They never got set.
Yep.
This is going to be a procedure penalty against the Bears. That'll back them up to the 45-yard line. 11 penalties against Sylvan Hills tonight.
They got to all be set before he snaps that ball, and they sure weren't. How many penalties did you say?
That is 11 accepted penalties now by the Bears.
Mostly motion.
It has been, yes. 38 seconds to play. The clock is running. Because of the penalty, the clock doesn't stop. So the toss sweep to Jasper, right side. Trying to get upfield. He's across midfield and knocked out of bounds around the 40. They're going to spot him at the 41. A 14-yard pickup. And a first down. 26 seconds left.
This is where you're glad they're a running team. They
Yes.
don't have much passing in the arsenal.
26 seconds left, a fresh set of downs for the Bears. The clock stopped because they went out of bounds. Here's the toss sweep coming to the near side. Okafor, they'll keep him in bounds. He's inside the 35, down to the 33. A whistle.
Well, hopefully if the ref would have had our vantage point, they would have seen the hold there on the outside.
That's the last timeout of the night for the Bears. 17 seconds left. The Bombers by 7. You're listening to Bomber Football on Classic Hits 101.7.
Feeling pumped for the big game? Start this tailgate season off with the best grill around, a Traeger grill from Brad's Home Entertainment. Whether it's hamburgers, hot dogs, or brats, a Traeger grill will make your tailgate the best restaurant in town. Bring home the big win with your Traeger grill. See the complete line of Traeger wood-fired pellet.
15 seconds.
And 3 for the Bears at the Mountain Home 33-yard line. 19 seconds to play. And the toss sweep, right side. Looked like he wanted to throw it. He's not. The ball carrier is going to be tackled at the 29. It's going to be enough for a first down.
Moses Adams just sniffs that out, though, and good job staying home, making the play over there on the far side.
5 seconds to play. The official puts the ball down. Sylvan Hills is not ready. Now they're going to, the officials are talking. Mountain Home wants to rewind the clock. What are the officials talking about
What
now?
are they doing?
Mountain Home coaches are livid. The clock should be running here, and the officials are talking instead.
What are they doing?
There's 5 seconds on the clock.
Unbelievable. You can't do that when the clock's running. That's no.
And now they'll wind the clock. 5 seconds left. Last play, maybe. Now they'll clock it with 1 second left. They'll spike the football to stop the clock and set up one final play.
One play for all the marbles.
From the 29-yard line. And now the official is calling, it's a timeout, Mountain Home. The Bombers will take this timeout. We're just going to keep it right here. The Bears are out of timeouts. The Bombers have 2 more after this one, but there's only 1 second left, so those don't matter unless you want to take another one before they snap it.
I don't know what you're icing, except for the fans. It's pretty chilly out there, it looks like.
Oh, this has been a good one.
Whew, I don't know if my heart can take this one, Brad.
Bombers are 1 second away from earning a second trip to Greenwood this year. In the second year in a row, they would travel to Greenwood for the playoffs. Boy, the Bulldogs have gotten healthy. They're playing well. It's going to be a tough test for whoever goes there. Hopefully it's this Bomber ball club trying to go on the road and win a playoff game for the second year in a row. 1 second left. Here comes the final play of the game. Tyner wants to pass. He's under pressure. Right side, floats it towards the end zone. It's knocked down, incomplete, and the Bombers win. Mountain Home comes to Sylvan Hills and wins a road playoff game for the second year in a row. The Bears, the 3 seed from the East with a 7-3 record. Mountain Home comes into Bear Country and knocks them off and gets the win.
We knew they were on upset alert, but man, they've come in here tonight and just completely controlled this ball game. Bombers, hats off tonight. Hats off to the fans for traveling well. Brad, we didn't expect this, but we're sure happy to see it.
You bet. A nice win. The young man who was the intended receiver is still down on the field, and I love the sportsmanship by Mountain Home because a bunch of the Bomber players went over to check on him, and they're tending to him. Well, a great win for this Mountain Home Bomber football program, and buddy, we get to make another trip next week.
I can't wait. Oh, it's like traveling with you, Brad. We have a good time.
We will take a break, come back, begin the postgame here in just a moment. The Bombers win at 21-14. You're listening to Bomber Football on Classic Hits 101.